Hi guys, Krista Mashore, Homes by Krista. I am hoping this is live right now because I am actually on a new software that I'm using called eCam, which is amazing. I love it. It's absolutely great. So hopefully this is working and you guys can see me. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop onto Facebook real quickly here and just go to my home and make sure that it's on there, so that I know that it's working correctly. Okay, I don't see it on there yet. So let's see, why don't I see it on there? Maybe it's because, I don't know. So I think that this would be showing up automatically, and it is not. If you are there, can you tell me that you're there so I know if anyone's there? Oh, let me see here. Why isn't this working? It's so weird. It worked last time. Maybe just no one's watching. Let's see here. Should be showing up. It's not what I want to be seeing anyways. I want to be seeing... This is what I want to be seeing, but I want to make sure that people are actually there. So if you're there, okay, somebody's there. So it looks like maybe it is live. So hopefully this is working. Hi guys. I wish I could see who that is. I can't see. This application is a little bit different. Usually you can kind of see people when they come on, and I can't. But I think this is actually going to be a great training for everyone today. No matter what business you're in, this should hopefully be help you. Just how important lead follow-up is. So, this shouldn't be looking like that. Why is it doing that? Sorry, guys, I'm trying here. Why is it doing that? This is the first time I'm using this application live, and so you guys are getting to see me figure out. I don't want it to zoom. No. Current application. It is a current application. Okay, better. Yay. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to talk about lead follow-up today and how important lead follow-up is. Just to let you know, in my own personal business, one of the main things that I was told that I am actually, okay. I have two cameras. I want to see it from a different one. It's not working. eCam. Let me see if I can try to use a different camera here. It'll make it easier for me. In view on page. You post on Facebook. You guys are being so patient. I appreciate it. I've already probably lost people because that's how we're just all so busy, right? We don't want to have our time wasted. So I want to make sure this is valuable for you. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get this to be working more properly. Nope. That's not what I want. Maybe it's not working. It is working. I got a thumbs up. Okay, it's working. Sorry, guys. I'm sitting here, you're like, taking me 3 minutes to figure out how to work the software. I did a training on this too recently, and I didn't have this problem. So right now I'm like, what's going on? Okay, so lead follow-up. Recently I found out that one of the biggest mistakes and the biggest issues that I was actually having in my own personal business was following up leads. And even though I have, softwares in place, it just wasn't efficient software. So I recently changed the software that I was using and actually started using it more efficiently. But lead follow-up and lead nurture is so important in every aspect of every business. And I want to show you guys just how important it is so that you can also understand and maybe make a change in your business. Now remember, it doesn't matter which business you're in. It doesn't matter which business that you're actually... sorry, guys. This is frustrating. I'm going to move this over here. I want you guys to see everything. It doesn't matter what business you're in. If you have a customer service business and you have leads and you're trying to, make sure that you're staying in touch with those leads and that they're being seen, this should definitely help you guys. So I'm ready to get started now that we're going. So like I tell everyone all the time, be seen, be heard, be known, right? Be seen, be heard, be known. Super important that that in our business that we are being seen, because in order to be heard, and to be known, we have to be seen first. That's really important. Always remember that. I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing to go lower. We just love technology, everybody. Lower. No, done. Okay. I want you guys to see the whole thing, and it's not letting me. All right. So remember, everybody, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, Day trade time and attention, right? Media company first, realtor second. Document, don't create. That's so, so important in your business. I just thought I would bring that up because I really, really believe in that, and the power of social media, and the power of staying in touch with people, and the power of being on the forefront, right? So what exactly is lead generation? So lead generation are methods and activities for offering something of value, digitally or non-digitally, in exchange for a person or consumer's contact information to your database. So this is what's so, so important, is that in order for you to get somebody's information, right, their valuable information, their phone number, their email address, you need to be able to give them something of value. That's what true lead generation is. So in your business model, I want you to think about, what does that look like to you? What does that mean, right? What kind of value can you give to people so that you're giving as much value as possible, right? And that you're showing up and giving them what they need so that they'll be able to give you their exchange of information. And we have to understand is that there's so much stuff out there right now. People are being bombarded with free things and download this or do that. So they're getting a lot less likely to want to be able to actually give you their information. So you need to make sure that what you're giving them is actually very, very valuable. So now here's the deal. When you actually get the lead, if you don't have a lead conversion strategy, you're wasting your time and money. So one of the biggest questions that I get from people is, Krista, I want more leads. I want more leads. And the crazy thing is that when they get the leads, many times, number one, they don't know how to actually sell to the lead, right? Like, what does that sales process look like? When you get a lead, how are you selling to them? Are you selling by selling, or are you selling by adding value? I always say value first, sell later. As long as you're giving value, you won't need to sell, okay? So once you get that lead and you give them the value, now how are you going to be able to stay in contact with that person? How are you going to have to do it all on your own? Are you going to have a software or something that's going to help you be more consistent? That's very, very important too, correct? Then once you actually get that sale and you get that lead, after all the follow-up and being in touch with them, then you need to make sure that you give them an amazing fulfillment, that you absolutely knock their socks off, give them absolute great customer service, that you show up differently, and you provide immense value throughout the entire transaction, whatever that transaction may be, whether it's real estate, whether it's loans, whether you're an attorney or a doctor, whatever that is. And then lastly, once that client and that customer leaves you, how do you get that customer to want to ascend up? How do you get them to want to refer to you? That's all a part of your transaction database. So make sure that you've got something like that in place so that you aren't wasting your leads and wasting your time. So remember, anybody can get leads, right? So there was a study that was done from Forbes, and there's two studies we're going to talk about. One is from Forbes, and it said that 27% of leads only get contacted, right? So only 27% of leads get contacted, which means that 71% are wasted. They never even get contacted. 71%. Now with technology and awareness and best practice, they found that companies can actually contact around 92%. Okay, so if you are using the right software, using the right technology, if you're really aware that you're losing so many leads, if you have the right strategy in place, you can actually get in touch with 92% of people. 92%. That's a 341% lift. That's a huge difference, right? Huge difference in getting in touch with someone just by having the right technology in place, being aware of it, and being mindful and making it best practice. Now, the study also showed that there's a 341% lift when you respond immediately and persistently, right? So the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? The early bird gets the worm. The quicker you respond and the more persistent you are, you have a 341% higher likelihood of actually getting in touch with that person, all right? So the study also showed that between 35 and 64% of leads were never contacted at all, right? So everyone's saying, I want leads, but yet, the majority of them are getting wasted. 71% are getting wasted, and between 35 and 64% are never even being contacted. That's a lot of money that's being wasted because it costs a lot of money to be able to get these leads, correct? There's that study for Forbes. You can look that up if you'd like. Kind of validate everything I'm saying. Now, there's another study that was done. This is from Harvard. It was the best practices for lead response management. There was a 3-year study, right? Over 15,000 unique leads and over 100,000 call attempts. And here's what they found. Super, super important information if you ask me. The best days to make contact are Wednesdays and Thursdays, right? Thursdays being the best. There's a 49% higher likelihood of you getting in touch with your lead if you call them on Thursday instead of Tuesday. You have a 49% higher likelihood. The best times to make contact are between 4 and 5 p.m. and the second best time is between 8 and 9 a.m. So that means if you're trying to call people throughout the day and it's not working, call them between 4 and 5, call them between 8, which I love when you have typos, call them between 8 and 9, okay, a.m. Makes a difference. Sorry guys, I'm going to fix this while I'm here. Okay, so response times that the best time to call is within 5 minutes. If you call within 5 minutes, right, you have a much higher likelihood of actually getting in touch with that lead. And as the time goes by, right, as time goes by over the next few hours, you have a 400%, your odds decrease 400%. So it's really, really important to get in touch with people within the first 5 minutes, okay? And then also persistence is key. Over 30% of leads are never contacted at all, right? And you should always make at least 6 call attempts, not texting, not leaving a voicemail, call attempts before even leaving a voicemail or sending a text message or an email. You want to keep on calling, right? So by making a few extra call attempts, sales reps can experience a 70% increase in their contact in getting in touch with someone. This is from Harvard, guys. This isn't me saying this. This is a Harvard study, so you see just how important it is. And most people, they don't take it, important. They don't take this seriously. So prospecting and lead follow-up, home buyers typically take 3 months to buy. So what does that mean? That means that you want to get in touch with them early on, right? So home buyers and sellers, the research from the National Association of Realtors says that most buyers and sellers start looking 3 to 6 months early, and they're looking online. So you want to make sure that you're establishing yourself as the expert. You're online because buyers and sellers are looking 3 to 6 months prior to actually getting in front of you, right? So it's super, super important that we're constantly, being on top of everything. So what I would tell you is that, now that you have these, once you get the leads, in order to be very successful and to be able to follow up, make sure that you're getting all the information that you can into your database. Make sure that you're actually now have something that you can follow up with them and you have a weekly routine. So part of what I tell my students and when I'm coaching is that your weekly routine really matters, right? Your morning matters. People call it the miracle morning. There's different names for it. I call it morning matters. And your routine. What this means is that if you have very specific, intentional, actionable routines that are done consistently over time, you're going to see measurable results in your business. Now you heard what I said, right? Specific, intentional, actionable routines. So if you do something specifically and you're intentional about it and you do it over and over, that you're going to see measurable results in your business, in your personal life, in your finance, in your fitness, whatever that might be to you, whatever is important to you, chunk out time for you to do it, right? Chunk out the time. And then what I would say is that always, call daily. If you're trying to get in touch with the leads, call them on it every single day at a certain time. Call them at between 8 and 9 a.m., right? That's the second best time. Call them between 4 and 5 p.m. in the evening. Remember, the study from Harvard showed that that's the best time to do it. So hopefully this is making sense to you, right? Now remember too, when you are giving people what they want, right? When you're getting in touch with your leads, you want to give them as much value as possible. It's value, value, value. Value first, right? Don't sell. Nobody wants to be sold. I know that when people that do cold calling and stuff, I'm sure it works for some people. I personally feel there's a much more valuable ways to use your time. I do not cold call. I do not door knock. I do not do open houses because I think that there's a lot more efficient ways to do your business. Do they work at times? Maybe. In my opinion, for an open house, you're meeting the neighbors, which some of you, I know that's very important. You're getting looky-loo buyers. It's not really, in my opinion, what's really valuable for the seller. It doesn't really help the seller. If anything, it might help me a little bit to meet the neighbors, but it's not really helping the seller. So what I really try to focus on in my business is how do I, develop and maintain as much rapport as possible with the client? How do I have a strong connection with them? What can I do with them? How can I help them, right? Give in every aspect of your business. Kind of like what I'm doing right now, right? I'm giving. I'm just helping. I'm not asking for anything in return. I'm just helping. Do I have an ulterior motive? Of course. I want people to realize, hey, she's helpful. I want to hire her. I want to hire her as a coach. Or I want to hire her as an agent. She seems to have her act together. That's why people, do things like this. But and also I love helping, right? So there's kind of a double edge to that. And then also, you want to make sure you're doing custom targeting, right? You are target marketing and custom targeting your individual client, and you are showing up where they are looking. Huge part of it, right? So let's talk about value. What kind of things can we do with value? If you're an agent, you can do, personalized videos. You can do generic videos. You can ask for, property tour, market updates, community connections, all these things that you can do with video. You can do video market updates. Remember, you're not asking for anything. You're just giving value to the community. You're telling the community what interest rates are and how that affects them, or what the new local hotspot is. All of this stuff, it helps because it develops rapport. It makes sure that you're seen as the market leader. And that's a great way to generate leads, right? It's not counting on the Zillows, not counting on the open houses. It's giving as much value as possible, exposing yourself where the buyers and sellers are looking so that you show up where they are looking at all times. So nurture, right? As much as you can. Give them buyer's guides, give them seller's guides, give them area information, school information. When you talk to people, listen to what they say. Write it down in your database. If somebody says that schools are important to them, then go and send them all the different school scores in certain neighborhoods, right? If somebody says that they are really into fitness, let them know how close, where the local gyms are. If somebody's a foodie, send them like the top 5 places to go for happy hour to get discounts on appetizers. Things like that. That's personal. You're helping and you're developing a human connection with people. I'll go into drip campaigns. So drip campaigns are very important. I would, again, call. You want to call as much as possible. That's super important in everything that you do. And here's another crazy thing. Okay. This is super, listen to this. It costs 5 times more money to acquire a new customer than it does to keep a current one. 5 times more money to attain a new customer than it is just to retain a current one. What does that mean? It means that you need to have relationships for life, right? How many times when your clients love you. My clients love me. I love my clients, right? We have a great relationship. I give them great customer service. If I'm not constantly in their face and I'm not top of mind, they're going to forget about me. The National Association of Realtors, over 70% of people said that they would use their agent again, and I think less than 30% actually do. Why is that? Because they're not top of mind awareness and they're not staying in front of people. That's why it's so important that you have a database, that you have workflows, that you have systems in place, okay? And according to marketingmetrics.com, you have a better chance of selling to an existing customer 60% higher than you do to a new prospect. So for goodness sake, people, stay in contact. Be in the forefront. Be top of mind awareness to your people, right? Make sure you've got a good CRM. In my opinion, the best CRM is one that actually does workflows, task management, workflows, and follow-up campaigns. They do both, which is really great. And in fact, I use RealVolve. I use realvolve.com. And I've got, tons of workflows and action plans in there. I'm going to see if there's any questions or anything. No. Okay, great. I wish I could see your guys' questions. I can't. So if you have any, I apologize about that. I need to figure out how to work this to where I can actually see your questions. And thanks for the thumbs up and thanks for the hearts. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Hopefully this is really helping you. And I think we forget a lot of times, right? Like we forget how important follow-up is. And I learned the hard way. I paid a company $25,000. I had them come into my company and tell me, how can we be more efficient? How can we serve our clients more? Where are our mistakes happening? Where are our weaknesses? And they told me that lead follow-up was my biggest mistake. So I started researching and came up with this, and I figured I would share it because I don't want that to happen anymore, right? So with your CRM, you want to make sure it has automation. So basically with the CRM that I use, RealVolve, and actually if you go to RealVolve and you mention my name, you guys, they will give you, and I don't make any money from it, just so you know. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but if you go to them and you say, hey, I want Krista Mashore's workflows, they will give you access to my workflows for free. And so that will help you guys. So all my workflows, all my sequences, I've got like 9 workflows, CRM, pre-listing, marketing, in contract to close, after the close of escrow, action plans, workflows. You can have access to all that again at realvolve.com. And you can get it all for free. Just a gift from me to you guys. So you can have that. So so the cool thing about the sequence that I use is like if A happens, then it will, then, you know, B. So for example, if you put in a certain date for a home inspection and all that, then it will automatically send a reminder to the seller. It'll send a text message to the seller reminding them of what they have to do. So that's really, really nice. And you want that, right? Because as you start getting busier, as you start closing more deals, you want to make sure that you're able to be in front of your clients. Also in my CRM and through RealVolve, I have where I put video in there. So I, you know, tell sellers, hey, or tell buyers, here's what to expect. Here's what we're in contract now. Here's what to expect in contract. And hey, we have the contingency inspections coming up. Here's what to expect there. Or you're going to have a home inspection, and make sure that the water heater is double strapped. Make sure that the smoke detectors are working and the carbon monoxide detectors are working. I do that through video because remember, 1 minute of video is equivalent to 1.8 million words. Wow, that's crazy, right? So I love putting that in there. Also on the CRM, you can calendar everything, time frames from the contract date, earnest money, contingencies, inspections, loan appraisal, close of escrow, all of it, you name it, you got it. And then awesome follow-up campaign. So this is super fast, I know, but remember, be seen, be heard, be known. You want to be known. You want to do business. People need to see you. They need to hear from you. You need to be top of mind awareness. And as always, everyone, learn, implement, master, repeat. Why do we repeat? Because as soon as you learn something and you implement it, and once you master it, you need to keep on learning and keep on becoming better in every single aspect of your life, because things change so frequently. So I hope this was helpful. Again, this works for any business. It can help with any business as far as, staying in touch with your leads, your contacts, your prospects, your family, your friends. Kind of works with everybody. If you'd like more information on personal coaching, you can go to KristaMashore.com. And as always, if you want to sell or buy, I'm here to help. I love it. Coaching is my hobby. And I love affecting people and helping that way. And real estate is my life. So anything you need, real estate related or coaching related, please feel free to reach out to me, Krista Mashore, Homes by Krista, and KristaMashore.com. Make it a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. And everyone, smile. Do something nice for somebody today. Take it easy. Bye-bye.